Does sex prevent spiritual growth?
Sex promotes spiritual growth because through sex or through natural procreation, we are born to our parents. We become parents and give children. Our children become parents and give children. Their children become parents and give children. This is all through sex and procreation. And the surprising thing is that tens of thousands and millions of those children born through sex are spiritual children like you. So please explain to me how you became spiritual. You were born of sex, and which told you that man's natural process is given by God is something which hinders spiritual progress. We don't want such a spiritual progress, which gives you false information. We don't want this, because the truth of the fact, the truth of the matter is this, that this is a very normal process. People have a kink in their mind, a wrong idiosyncrasies which they learned from India, because actually people here know nothing about monastery and monism and the yogic contingency of sannyas. This was only for very high levels of Kundalini awakening at a very later stage in life, after 60 or 70 years, where you go in for the final breakthrough with God. That time continence is naturally achieved. You become a successful family man, you've earned your money, you've got your name and fame, and now you go into solitudes and think of God alone. So naturally, the energy of your sex, the vital fluids, the psychic energy goes upwards and becomes a nimbus of light, and you get enlightened. But there are many people who are householders. Krishna was a householder and he was fully enlightened. Lord Ram was a householder and fully enlightened. You'll say, oh, Yogananda was celibate, but Yogananda was at a beginning stage, he was a Paramahansa. But his master Sri Yukteswar was married and he was a Jnana Avatar and fully enlightened. So, who gave you this false idea? Excess of anything, material, drinking. A little bit of brandy is good, it cures the cold. You have a whole bottle, you will be drunk, it will harm you. Okay? So, if you're normally relating with your partner, God has made a partner for you. If you leave your partner and start hugging a tree, I think there's something wrong. It's misappropriated. It's a misdirected energy, you know. You know, the greatest insult to a woman is if she's walking past you, just walk past her and go and hug a tree. If you're meant to hug her and you know her and stay high, and you do this and put your hand like this and go and hug the tree, then you're in for big trouble. So this is all nonsense. I personally, through experience, I myself am a householder yogi, and I have two children. Children are married, and I'm still spiritual. You can see the light, you can see the aura, you can see my spiritual progress, and you can see my transmission, and I'm not only breathing my Kriya Yoga, but I'm breathing through your breath. So powerful it is. If it were the case were otherwise, then my powers would be gone and I'd be inhibited and shriveled and rotten and falling to the floor. But this is not the case. So indirectly, both the man and the woman are trying to degrade one another by preventing a natural process of procreation, where the Krishnas and the Christs and the Buddhas and the Lincolns and the great souls and the Mahatma Gandhis are born. Where are they born from? Where do they get this majesty? Where do they get this splendor? It is from the natural the process of procreation. It's nature. It's only complicated minds or some Puritan minds who have and they're usually sick minds, that this happens. So it's a very natural process. Don't worry about that at all. Lead your natural life. But do your Kriya Yoga regularly, and don't overdo the other part of the sex part of it. Be natural. Next question.